The incredible power of Goku kept releasing in an incredible way. So at the moment, to release all the rest of his energy, he was able to cause a big explosion all over the place, where they were, which would make Genshi, to be sent a few meters back, being a little surprised of the new power of Goku. This is amazing. I didn't think that a Goku from another timeline so powerful. But no matter the power you possess, you won't be able to do anything against me. Genshi would instantly raise all his power, so a red aura would spread throughout the universe where they were, and in the same way would make Goku move a little away, which was approaching at a great speed. So this is the power that my teacher told me about. It's an incredible power, but I don't think I could stand more than 10 minutes with all this power. The incredible aura of Genshi would spread all over the place, while at the moment Genshi, without warning, had rushed against Goku, which in the same way he would, the battle would begin. However, it seemed that their powers were equalized, but the more the battle went on, Genshi began to take advantage, because this time Goku was not able to master the wear of energy that this transformation exerted on him. Unlike his opponent, who was able to master the power in its totality, Genshi was able to deliver a powerful blow to Goku's face, sending him to a planet, destroying it in its entirety. Instantly, Goku would recover on a rock from space. However, too much blood is spreading from all over his body. Damn, the power that this warrior is able to release is incredible. I'm not able to do anything. I feel like my whole body's about to collapse. I must admit that you're much more powerful than the Goku I face. But no matter what timeline you're from, you are still the same scum. Goku would immediately activate one of his dimensional rings, being able to escape the moment in which Genshi was able to detonate a powerful sphere of energy, destroying the entire universe where they were fighting. Goku was traveling through multiple timelines out of combat because the damage he had received from Genshi had been complete madness, while in the same way the energy consumption in that transformation was crazy. At the moment, which of Goku would be sent to the planet of the god Beerus of Universe 7 from a very different timeline. So instantly it would fall with a great power, creating a great rumble all over the planet, which would cause the god Beerus to wake up furious. Who dares interrupt my sleep? Do they not know that I'm the mighty Beerus, the god of destruction? However, at the moment, Beerus would recognize Goku. But if you're Goku, do you come to train with Whis? Next time I want to be more cautious, because otherwise I'll end your life. However, both deities immediately noticed how Goku's body was in terrible condition, and at the moment, Whis was able to notice a divine seal on Goku's clothing. That seal represented this position as the guardian of space-time, so that he didn't have to wear that clothing. Mr. Beerus, apparently this Goku is not the Goku of our timeline, because as I am able to realize, this is Goku, he's the guardian of space-time. Guardian of space-time? Is there such a charge as that? That's right, Mr. Beerus. He is the warrior who possesses the power to require to finish off any being that endangers the realities and dimensions. But apparently he hasn't been able to clinch the victory due to his injuries being serious. Whis. Of course, Mr. Beerus, at this very moment. Whis was the most powerful angel and would try to heal Son Goku. However, was surprised because at the moment of approaching, it would be impossible for him. That's right, Goku's whole body had created an energy barrier, which no being of lower rank would be able to cross. Well, apparently with my power and the resting, I won't be able to go inside to heal Mr. Goku, so I have to raise my power a little. Whis, by raising his power to 50%, would try again, but the result would be the same, which at this moment, his astonishment would be much greater, although in the same way, a chill would run through his entire body. I can't believe the power this Goku possesses, but I have to use 100% of all my power since these wounds won't heal on their own. Whis, at the moment, would create a barrier for Beerus, which left a little confused. Hey Whis, so you create a barrier for me? But he was surprised to realize how his entire planet was beginning to be destroyed, while Whis continued with the increase of all his power. After a few seconds, Whis was able to access 100% of all his power. With all this power, I'm sure I'll be able to access the said barrier. As Whis started to approach towards the barrier, impressive as it may seem, Whis again was not able to enter, which this time would cause all his power to decrease, while the barrier he had created for his god would disappear completely. Hey Whis, what happened? Why'd you expel all that incredible power? Mr. Beerus, I haven't been able to penetrate the barrier that Mr. Goku's created. This power is so great that even with 100% of all my power, I haven't been able to crack it. We just have to wait until he wakes up." Beerus was surprised by the words of Whis. Meanwhile, returning to the Temple of Space-Time, Krona finds himself next to Trunks, who on this occasion was able to access his God state, which he had chosen as his new base state.
"Thank you, Corona, for the help, because if not for you, I would have died at the hands of that dam."
"But explain to me, Trunks, what happened? Your power's not low at all, and you arrived in terrible conditions."
Flashback, millions of years ago, a powerful warrior wanted to become the destroyer of time. He wanted to only exist in the entire multiverse. For that reason, the Guardian of All that decided to grant the position to a powerful warrior who would become the Guardian of Space-Time. The first Supreme Saiyan, named Yamoshi, would face this warrior named Genshi. That's right, the same subject had been created in the same way for millions of years, so at the moment the battle of both warriors would be so intense, but in an act of desperation, the mighty Yamoshi with all his power was able to cause a gigantic explosion throughout the 18 universes, which at the moment 6 of them were destroyed, while it was believed that Yamoshi and Genshi had died. But a few months ago, a strange presence would be felt in one of the timelines. So they had sent Trunks, candidate to Kaioshin of Time, but he was completely massacred by his enemy named Genshi. And flashback.
That means that Genshi you're talking about is the reason why the Temple of Space-Time was created, and that warrior has come back to life.
Unfortunately, that's the way Corona is.
No, damn. We should inform Goku because he's not a warrior that is able to face easily.
Returning to the planet of Beerus, it had already been about 3 weeks in which, in the same way, the Temple of Time was on the trail of Goku. Meanwhile, being frozen, they weren't able to feel his power in the slightest. But after 6 months, both deities were walking all over their planet. Instantly, a great serious pressure perceived by the deities, so that at a great speed, they headed towards where Goku was. But missing a few meters, there would be a crash to the ground since Goku's pressure had increased in an incredible way. So much so that he'd been able to leave both deities surprised.
Damn, I can't move. Feel like every movement's hard for me to breathe.
So, for that reason, I'm not able to enter the barrier he had created. His power is so great that even I, as Supreme Angel, is not able to do anything. My body hurts. When Goku was in state of shock, he would continue with the increase of his power. But when he realized the place where he was able to control himself, decreasing his power.
Wow, but if this is Mr. Beerus' planet, what am I supposed to be doing on this place? I was struggling.
At the moment, Goku realized that both deities had suffered great damage by their simple pressure. So when Goku had received the training of an angel, he was able to heal each of their wounds, getting the deities to stand up.
Whis, Beerus, I'm sorry, only that I was in battle and I didn't know how I got here, but I have to get back quickly.
We understand, but Mr. Goku, you've been unconscious for about 6 months. Goku was surprised by what Whis told him.
But Goku, Whis had communicated to me that you're not the Goku of our timeline, that you're the Guardian of Space-Time, and I have a doubt. How have you been defeated? Your power's gigantic.
The warrior that I was facing seemed to have no limit to his power. I even used each of my techniques. I agreed to new transformation, but none of that was enough.
In that case, I understand that you should return to the Temple of Space-Time, because if that warrior is still loose through the different timelines, he could cause a great dimensional destruction.
You're right, Whis. I appreciate your care, but I have to leave for something much more serious happens.
Goku would begin to move between the dimensions, realizing how thousands of dimensions were in absolute shambles, implying that Genshi had passed through each of those dimensions. For his part, in a castle very far from all those dimensions was Genshi.
Ha ha ha! Destroying dimensions is entertaining for me. I'll finally be able to realize my dream of becoming the only being of all these dimensions.
But as he walked, the power likewise began to decrease slightly. Although it wasn't much, being constant, the power he lost was important to him in a battle.
I think I'll have to access my true form, but it's what I wanted the least, since that form reminds me of my defeat against the damn Yamoshi.
Genshi, at the moment, would begin to change completely, while his hair grew as his body began to wear a large armor, implying that he's being of the utmost importance.
After billions of years, I've returned to my original form, but this time there is no warrior who's capable of doing something against me.
Returning to the Temple of Time, Goku had been able to get to Corona, but at the moment, Daishinkan was still present.
Glad to hear that you're feeling well, Goku. I thought you'd been completely defeated by Genshi.
So apparently they're already aware of everything that's happened with that damn...
Goku, Krona, this is very bad. If it's really about Genshi, the first dimensional destroyer, we need to take hands on the matter fast.
But Master, what can we do? I was even able to achieve a new transformation, but I haven't been able to do anything against it.
That's why I brought you your most powerful rival. And that's the same way his power has risen in an incredible way.
Instantly, Vegeta would appear on Daishinkan's side. However, the power this Vegeta possessed was unmatched.
There's no time for explanations, but you will merge with the sacred earrings of the Temple of Space-Time. Since being sacred earrings, they have no time limit.
I don't like the idea of having to merge to be able to defeat a warrior, but apparently there's no alternative this time.
Apparently we have to unite our powers like in the old days. And with the power we possess now, I can't imagine the power Vegeta will get.
At the moment, both would wear those earrings, with which they began to unite. While these joined, hundreds of catastrophes were caused by all the 12 universes. Despite the fact that Daishinkan had created a great barrier, a few moments later, a Vegito could be observed. But something to differentiate was that the hair was silver, however in certain parts he would begin to turn a purple color, just like Vegeta's hair in his state of God of Destruction. The incredible power of Vegito would be felt by each of the 12 universes, which would even make all the gods and angels enter into chaos, because they didn't know which warrior all that incredible power belonged to. However, instantly from the dimensional gap in the center of the 12 universes, Genshi would appear with his true form. At the moment of appearing, in the same way, his incredible aura would begin to collide with Goku's aura, being two gigantic powers.
As of this moment, it's all yours, Vegito, because I can't interfere in what happens at the Temple of Time. The rules are strict.
I got it, Daishinkan. Don't worry, I'll take care of that damn worm myself.
Instantly, Vegeta would appear from the Temple of Space-Time, so he would instantly appear in front of Genshi. However, Vegeta was very surprised by the new appearance, but more surprised by what Genshi would exclaim.
So, in this timeline, they've decided to call Vegito. But that'll be impossible for them since so far I've ended the life of 24 Vegitos. None of them been able to do anything against me as well as 6 Gogetas.
Damn it, this wretch! How many innocent lives he's destroyed! Just because of his fucking arrogance. This I can't forgive him!
Vegeta, without a few words, had launched himself against Genshi, which with the first clash of his fists would cause too much destruction for each of the 12 universes. Even thousands of planets were eradicated by the simple exchange of their blows. While these fought, Daishinkan would communicate telepathically with each of the angels.
Angels, I want you and your gods to immediately see the palace of the all-Zeno-sama king, as it'll be the only place that will not be destroyed by this great battle.
All the angels, accompanied by their gods, began to head towards the palace of Zeno-sama. However, it was too complicated for them because the pressures of both warriors were not allowed to move freely, of which Daishinkan had noticed teleporting to where they were. At the moment, Daishinkan would expel a large part of all his power, with which it was enough for each angel and his god to be able to withstand the pressure.
Go immediately, because by releasing all this pressure, I'm not able to transport myself to the Kingdom of the All. I'll have to use my speed, and being a Supreme Angel, I'm able to withstand this pressure much more.
All the angels use their maximum speed to be able to reach the Kingdom of the Whole in the shortest possible time, while Daishinkan, with his great power, was able to withstand that pressure for a few hours, in which the angels had reached their destination.
Finally, now if I can leave. Vegito, we trust you.
Returning to the battlefield, Vegito in the same way had realized that all the angels and gods had arrived to the Kingdom of the Whole. So at the moment, he would reinforce his blows with much more energy, being able to grant a powerful blow to Genshi, sending him to fly to a planet, destroying it completely.
I'm sorry, but I promise that we'll revive you, because if we don't do this, we'll all die. I promise that we'll bring you to life for the Super Dragon Balls.
Vegito, at the moment, without holding back in the slightest, would begin to put a beating on Genshi. Or it would seem, because from one moment to another, Genshi would wield his great sword, being able to cut off a leg of Vegito. A chilling scream would be heard all over the place, which had left the beings of the Kingdom of the All, as well as the Temple of Time, terrified.
This is bad. Apparently Genshi was hiding a lot more power anyway. If this keeps up, Vegeta won't be able to do anything against that warrior.
Vegito, possessing the power beyond a god as well as an angel, was able to regrow his leg, but the pain generated was otherworldly.
Damn, I'm the fusion of the most powerful Saiyans in this whole universe. This can't be happening to me.
What happened? Did you think that you were the only one hiding your power? Don't make me laugh. Let me tell you, I'm just warming up, so get ready.
Genshi would start increasing his speed in an incredible way, with which he was able to start slaughtering Vegito. This time, instantly, he would hold him by the head, making him crash into a planet. The destruction was devastating. While blood was spreading all over the planet where they were, Genshi, with a powerful kick, would send him to another planet, being dragged by a few mountains.
No, no, no! This can't be happening to me! I won't be one more on your list! I'm the guardian of space-time! If possible, I'll sacrifice myself!
Vegito threw himself against that warrior at his maximum speed. At the moment, again began to exchange thousands of blows. However, Genshi, in each exchange of blows, was capable of causing great damage. At the moment, Vegeta would fall to the Super, returning to the state of the Super Saiyan Blue. His power had decreased in an incomparable way.
It's time for you to join my list. You and all this multiverse. Because of your information, not even a king at all is capable of facing me. Die, damn worm.
At the moment of an energy arrow being able to collide with Vegito, as if it were a miracle, the fusion would end. Not possessing the minimum power that was required to maintain the fusion, being able to save themselves by the energy arrow passing through the middle of both.
Ha ha ha! How lucky you have been, you damn worms. Well, that only makes it more fun. Right now, I plan to finish with each of you.
Genshi would move with great speed towards Vegeta, who would begin to grant him thousands of blows, while Goku was on the ground on the verge of death, not being able to do anything.
Damn! Why am I so weak? Even in front of me, they're humiliating my good friend and rival. I'm not able to do absolutely anything.
Meanwhile, Goku would absolutely remember his whole life, how he arrived on planet Earth until when he was worthy of the post of Time Guardian. So Goku, with all his energies, would start to stand up.
I plan to even use the forbidden power of the Super Dragon Balls to be able to finish off this bastard.
Goku teleported off the battlefield, while Genshi kept humiliating Vegeta.
Ha ha ha! Maybe that's your partner. He has abandoned you as if you were just another piece of garbage. Although it is true what he said. Every warrior will choose himself above all when his life is in danger.
Goku would arrive with the 4-star Super Dragon Balls, so at the moment, he would begin to enter the sphere, the power of the incredible god Zalama. He would begin to travel through every vein of energy. But the sphere being cracked in the same way, an incredible dark power would begin to access Goku's body. So at the moment, Goku would be observed in absolute darkness, while he was corrupted by the absolute evil of the 4-star sphere.
Before you're able to control me completely, I ask you to please save Vegeta and finish that damn Genshi.
You have chosen the path of the 4-star sphere, the path that leads to an incalculable power, the path beyond a demon god, but I will grant your request.
Goku at the moment would be completely corrupted, while the sphere would be depicted on his forehead. Just like all his power would begin to grow in an incredible way. The power that Goku was releasing was complete madness, but no divine being was able to perceive the energy of a demon god.
This power is amazing! No matter who my enemy is, I won't lose, because the power of a demon god, the corrupt power of the 4-star Super Dragon Ball runs through my body.
Returning to the battlefield, Genshi would start approaching Vegeta, who was about to lose consciousness. He was no longer able to do anything to try to defend himself.
It's time to end your life. But don't worry, I promise to find that bastard who abandoned you and send him to hell with you.
Genshi would lower his incredible sword, which was even capable of destroying universes. So ending the life of a warrior who was on the verge of death would be simple, but an incredible dark aura was present all over the place. Just like a great beast would be formed all over the universe, Genshi was surprised when his great sword was floating in the universe, as if there was no gravity at all.
I understand that there's no gravity in outer space, but I've ejected a great energy into it so that I'm able to move.
At the moment, the sword would be destroyed into thousands of pieces, while the entire environment around it would completely change, just as a dark silhouette would begin to approach the Prince of the Saiyans.
I'm sorry for keeping you waiting, but I won't let you die. This has been my last wish.
Vegeta would recover completely, but before being able to say anything, he would be teleported by Goku to the Divine Kingdom. At the moment, Goku's energy would become much more chaotic, which this time would even make Genshi, the supposed most powerful warrior of all existing, panic.
What is this feeling? Is it fear? That can't be, because I'm the most powerful warrior in all existence. I can't be shaking with a warrior who doesn't even exude energy.
Genshi, even though his body warned him not to attack that warrior without caring, he had launched himself against him. At the moment the Genshi was able to connect a kick, his leg would be torn off in a single movement by Goku. A chilling scream could be heard all over the place. However, for Genshi to keep quiet, Goku sadistically would point an energy sphere into Genshi's mouth, which would be able to pulverize his tongue. Genshi would fall to the planet where large amounts of blood was coming out of his mouth. Genshi, likewise, being a superior warrior, was able to heal himself, but the pain was incredible.
What the hell? How's he been able to cause me so much damage with a few moves? This must be crazy.
Goku would start walking towards where Genshi was, but from one moment to the next, he was giving him a beating, from which Genshi wasn't able to do anything to defend himself. That's right, on this occasion, Genshi was not able to see where they were hitting him, falling back to the ground.
I don't know who the hell you got all this power from, but I'm not going to end your damn life right now, you good-for-nothing. I warned you that I had a lot more hidden power.
Genshi would immediately expel all the power he was hiding, but unlike Goku's power, he wasn't able to generate any anomalies in the universe.
I hope that you're ready, damn worm. For at this moment, so pray for your life. I'll not forgive you, miserable worm. I'll make you suffer in the most agonizing way.
But before Genshi continues talking, Goku, with a sneaky punch to his stomach, was able to send him to a planet in which he had caused incredible damage. That's right, it didn't matter that he used all his power, because this time, the power that Genshi used did not compare in the slightest with the power of the 4-star sphere. Goku would begin to approach Genshi, while everything around him seemed to collapse. Even the dimension itself was wobbling due to so much energy. For his part, in the realm of Daishinkan was very worried about the state that Son Goku had been able to reach.
Daishinkan? What is that state? Kakarot's much more aggressive. Even his power seems to have no limit.
This is bad, because if Mr. Goku's able to defeat Genshi, the new enemy we will have is Mr. Goku himself, since the power he's using will corrupt him completely.
But Father, that will be the annihilation of everything we know, because if Mr. Goku's able to finish with Genshi, he'll be able to finish with all of us if we're simple worms.
I know, Whis, since that power even surpasses the great Zeno-sama, but it doesn't matter that the king completely accessed his combat form. The power that Son Goku is releasing is able to crush him with just one of his hands.
In that case, we'll have to find if an alternative is able to release all the negative energy that's invading the body of the Kakarot insect.
It's easy to say, but it'll be very complex to realize it, since the power he is using knows no limits. Really, in this situation, I don't know what I can do.
Returning to the battlefield, Goku, instead of ending Genshi's life, would begin to humiliate him in the worst way. In the most humiliating way possible, so after a few minutes, Genshi's battle spirit had completely disappeared, because in all his existence, he had never been humiliated in such a way.
Wow, did you get tired of playing? Move! Do something! I want to keep playing with you!
God damn it! My divine soul hurts too much! Even more than my own body! This blows off the fucker so powerful that they're even capable of hurting my soul!
Genshi would be taken out of his thoughts when a sphere of energy had made him fly to a planet in which he had caused a great disaster. And at the moment, hundreds of more explosions would trap Genshi, who was not able to do anything to defend himself.
Apparently you've grown tired of my boxing toy. So in that case, I plan to rip off each of your limbs. And when you can't stand the pain anymore, I'll finish with you.
Goku would start ripping off his legs, which would make Genshi's screams heard even up to the Divine Realm, while Goku's negative aura would continue to grow. The incredible power that Goku possessed on this occasion had been able to even put the powerful Genshi to eat dirt. That's right, Genshi, the best warrior of all, had been humiliated by Goku, although it was really the power of the 4-star sphere which had been corrupted, which would make Goku this time much wilder because the evil was taking over more and more of his body. Genshi at the time would notice how Goku would turn his back. So regardless of his pride as a warrior with his maximum speed, he would speed away from this battlefield. However, all this would be in vain because it were as if the planet Genshi would crash into Goku's chest. That's right, Goku's speed at this moment was incomprehensible. So instantly Genshi would feel as if he had crashed into a planet.
Well, what? Maybe you're not able to realize you're moving. If you're able to dodge me, I'll have you left alive. But I can tell you're a good for nothing.
Genshi would try to beg for his life, but a powerful kick from Goku was able to separate the head from his body, and a huge energy attack would pulverize him in his entirety.
I fulfilled to finish with that guy. So finally, I'm free from that sphere. At the moment, there's no one able to stop me.
Goku at that evil transformation would begin to destroy thousands of planets for each of the 12 universes. Even the barriers that the Great Priest along with King of all Zeno-sama had placed were useless, because at the moment each barrier began to crack. That's right, no divine power was able to face the new Goku, which had been corrupted by the absolute evil. No, I can't believe it! That at this moment the warrior we must defeat's Goku! No one has the power to face him.
No, he's my disciple, so only I have the power required to be able to defeat him.
Daishinkan would get all of the energy barriers out that he created, so instantly he would expel 100% of all his power, which would attract the attention of Goku, who with incredible speed would arrive in front of Daishinkan.
So the priest wants to confront me. As far as I know, this body was your apprentice's, since by taking over his body, his memories are still intact.
I know that Son Goku would be willing to give his life, so that you will not make more chaos in all the 12 universes. So, I, as his teacher and friend, plan to eliminate you in this place.
Don't make me laugh. They weren't even able to beat that weak guy, much less they'll be able to do something against me. There are some insects.
But Daishinkan would disappear from that place, appearing in front of Goku, granting him a big punch in the stomach. The power had been overwhelming because he even destroyed a planet.
Don't get confused. I never said that I didn't have the necessary power to end Genshi, only that I didn't interfere in the timelines. But you belong in my timeline, so I can tear you apart without the divine laws punishing me.
Goku would begin to recover from the blow he had received from Daishinkan, which, at the moment of a smile, would release much more power, which made the Great Priest retreat a little. Goku, with a maniacal laugh, would throw himself against Daishinkan. At the moment, both began to have an incredible battle for each of the 12 universes. Their battle was devastating because the power in each of his fists was capable of even destroying planets, galaxies, and universes. Goku, while the battle was being coupled with the speed of Daishinkan, the one who had realized the same thing, Daishinkan was able to connect a headbutt, making him fall to the few bead mountains.
That guy has the same abilities. Mr. Goku was able to dock him. If I let him dock completely, I'll be lost.
The warrior would begin to rise that big crater, but at the moment of looking up, he was surprised to realize how an incredible attack was beginning to approach. That's right, such an attack contained an exaggerated amount of energy, which on this occasion was capable of finishing even with the king at all. But the most terrifying thing was that in its energy core, it contained hundreds of micronuclei, which would explode consecutively. That's right, instantly a big explosion would form, but inside, hundreds of more explosions were capable of pulverizing any warrior, no matter how tough he is. The power was amazing.
I had to use my most powerful technique, but I was able to end the life of that miserable.
As Daishinkan started to approach towards the barriers, a large silver-colored light would grow all over the place. That's right, instead of his power becoming much smaller, he had increased in a supernatural way.
I adore this body. It's amazing. It's capable of making me more and more powerful. Apparently with this body, I won't have any limits. Although I must admit that you are about to end my life, you priest.
Daishinkan's gaze would not change to an expression of terror,
because it was his most powerful technique, but he wasn't able to recover from the amazing one because at that moment, Goku was able to connect an incredible blow to his face. Said blow was powerful enough to cause great devastation for the entire planet in which he had fallen. Well, I never thought that this would be the final result. Apparently the disciple will be able to finish his master. What a tragic outcome.
No, I can't believe what's happening. This must be impossible. It's unreal. And I, the priest, lose against this warrior.
Goku would try to kick him when he was very close, but to his surprise, Daishinkan was able to move to the side, taking a little distance. However, Goku, without giving him time, had thrown himself against him, who began to exchange thousands of blows. But this time, his blows caused much greater devastation.
This is amazing. We won't be able to do anything since that guy is so relaxed. I know that expression of Kakarot's insect, and that guy still hasn't used all the power that's capable of releasing Kakarot's body.
No, you're lying, Vegeta. That's impossible. We know what he's able to absorb the negative energy of the Super Dragon Balls, but it's impossible that he has much more power. It's actually possible. Apparently that Saiyan knows this warrior very well. But he's right. This is only 64% of the maximum capacity of this body.
What did he say? This will be my end. I won't be able to do anything against him. His power seems to have no limit.
Well, apparently you started to feel the real terror. That's the expression I wanted to see so much, as your expression changes from hope to despair. Goku would begin to approach while his whole body began to fill with flames. As his power began to increase much more, Daishinkan at this moment would begin to feel the authentic terror going through every part of his entire body, because the power that Goku began to release was able to even cut off Daishinkan's breath. What a laugh this whole situation gives me. You came to face me believing you're the strongest, but look at you now. You're not able to do anything against me. You're nothing more than an insect. Daishinkan at the moment without caring would put himself on guard, but without this one being able to do something against him, he was attacked in an incredible way. Since this time he no longer possessed the necessary power to face this powerful warrior, which, as if it were a punching bag, would begin to grant an incredible beating to Daishinkan, since the power that this warrior possessed completely surpassed.
No, I can't stay watching Daishinkan humiliated like this. We'll have to do something, because otherwise he'll end his life.
Mr. Vegeta, we don't even possess the power of a great priest. We'll only be a hindrance more, since he will try to protect us. Although it is hard for me to accept it, Whis is right. At the moment, there is no warrior who is capable of facing Goku. Daishinkan would continue to receive a beating. Blows, kicks, energy spheres, they destroyed his body completely. However, Goku attacked furtively, avoiding the most important parts of any warrior, since he had the knowledge about the blows of Daishinkan, and knew that no one would be able to withstand a single one of those blows. And after a few minutes in which Daishinkan had been humiliated in the worst possible way, Goku, with a powerful kick, would send him to the ground, creating a large crater. It's said that you're the most powerful warrior, but after all, it was nothing but some simple stupidity. You're nothing. You're nothing compared to me. Daishinkan on the ground was starting to expel large amounts of energy, as on this occasion he wasn't even able to stand.
If I fall, that miserable worm will wipe out everyone present. This one I can't allow. I'm the guardian of the mighty Zeno-sama.
But before anything happens, as if it were a very superior entity, even space-time would crack, since an extremely powerful warrior would begin to make his appearance. Even each of his planets and inhabitants would return to normal, which left everyone amazed, but the power and pressure he was able to feel was incredible. But instantly, a powerful warrior would stand in front of Daishinkan, which Goku would immediately recognize. This is impossible! This can't be happening! You shouldn't be able to be here! You're Zalama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls!
Is it really Zalama? I thought he was in the Kingdom of Dragons, but this really is a real madness.
Your son Goku. I've seen every one of your actions, and I have decided to forgive your life. A being who is willing to die for his loved ones deserves my respect. But I will have to purify you.
No! I'm going to stay locked in that sphere again. to only be used when a useless person wants a wish. Zalama, without saying a single word, was able to grant millions of blows to Goku all over his body. The attack was so devastating, and at the same time so fast that no one was able to see anything. They just watched as Goku was on the ground spitting out large amounts of blood. No! I'm the perfect warrior! The being who will rise above all races!
You'll never been a perfect being, since you, like me, are incomplete. None of us are perfect. You have ruined the tranquility of these universes.
I don't care if I ruin it or not. I don't plan to leave this body. And if you're still here, I swear, I'll kill you. I don't care if you're my creator.
Worm, don't underestimate me, because at this very moment I can end your pathetic life.
Son Goku's fury had grown in an incredible way that without the need of a full moon, he was able to transform into an incredible Ozaru, which with a simple roar would try to destroy everything restored by Zalama again. But he hasn't been able to do absolutely anything to him.
Well, are the restored planets. They're protected by my power. If you want to destroy them, you have to be much more powerful than me, because otherwise it'll be impossible for you.
The incredible Ozaru, without caring about the words of Zalama, would begin to attack him again and again. But it was completely in vain, since the power of Zalama was millions of times superior to the power of Goku. So at the moment, the god Zalama would expand his hands, and instantly, an incredible pure energy would begin to travel all over his body. Said energy was able to enter the body of the Ozaru, beginning to purify all the negative energy that Son Goku's body possessed. That's right, the energy that had corrupted to Goku in the sphere, it had been completely destroyed thanks to Zalama's energy. So instantly, the sphere would appear next to an unconscious Goku.
You have a powerful warrior who's capable of giving his life for you. Become much more powerful and take care of him. I am retiring.
Zalama would leave the place along with the 4-star sphere, so at the moment Daishinkan would begin to heal each one of Son Goku's wounds, while Corona would likewise approach both. Wow, I never thought to lift something like that. This seems like something from another world.
Even I am amazed. The mighty Zalama possesses an unattainable power.
Goku would be able to wake up, being informed of everything that had happened, for which I was amazed. However, Goku would continue with the position that Daishinkan had granted him. That's right, because Genji had fallen in this battle, the new missions were not of gravity, so Goku would stay focused on becoming much more powerful. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.